Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Amudi S. Zakaria from BSIT. Today, I'm going to discuss the two topics which is doing historical research online and doing historical research in libraries and archives. So let's start. Doing historical research online It has, it has increasingly become the primary means by which anyone would find any information that they need. With a single click, you are able to access tons and tons of available information. So much information, in fact, that it will be easy to get lost in all the data available. Cyberspace is a great for research if you know how to do it properly. Remember that just information is available does not mean that you should just get it and use it. Appropriating something such as an idea as yours is plagiarism, one of the worst crime in the academy. A simple skill that will get you far in doing historical research online is knowing where to and how to look. Search engines, websites such as Yahoo or Google could lead you to a lot of sources with the right search strings. Google. Google also provides its own customized platforms for scholarly research called Google Scholar. You may use it to find electronic journals, articles, materials from institutional repositories and books chapters from many different sources. Google Books also provides source for scanned books where you may be able to read some chapters for free. Wikipedia is the biggest open source encyclopedia in the whole of cyberspace. In 2017, it has 40 articles in 293 languages. Being an open source encyclopedia, anyone could contribute or edit articles in the site, which makes some of the information in the site unreliable. Nonetheless, Wikipedia provides a useful launchpad to source that you may for research. There are websites that you may use to legally download copies of books and other materials for free, especially those books with expired copyrights and are in public domain. Project Gutenberg is the oldest digital library in the world, founded in 1971. It has more 50,000 items in its collection, which include many works concerning the Philippines. Philippines government websites are starting to be enriched with sources that may be used for historical research, especially on laws and other government issuance that may be useful when doing topic of a more contemporary period. Websites of newspapers, magazines, broadcasting station, and other media outlets usually keep an archive of their articles from a particular date. For older issues, you may have to find copies, either digitized or physical copies, in the library. Doing historical research in libraries and archives. Research in libraries and archives are necessary in the study of history, as these are repositories of primary and secondary sources that allow to create narratives of the past through accepted methods of historical scholarships. There are available primary sources on Philippine history online. However, much remains to be digitized and made accessible to the public. Libraries and archives still provide more variety of sources in different formats such as books, journal, journal articles, newspapers, magazines, photographs, and even audio and video recordings. Nowadays, libraries have forgone the tedious and antiquated card cataloging system and have been using the digital version to catalog their holdings, called the Online Public Access or OPAC. Sometimes simply the library catalog. A problem that could weigh is when the search yields too many results. Shifting through this may need a more refined search string using more definite keywords to limit the results. The catalog lists down kinds of materials available based on the subject used in the search. This could be journals, maps, and other materials that fit what you might be looking for. Do not limit yourself in using and other published materials when you may be able to utilize other forms of sources. Materials that may be too old to be physically handled may also be available in digital form or microfilm. The National Library of the Philippines in Ermita, Manila provides a rich treasure trove of materials for the student research interested in Philippine history, especially in their Filipiniana sections. Research in archives may be a lot more difficult and prove to be advanced, but still provide you with many sources available the usual libraries. The National Archives of the Philippines also Manila is an agency of the government mandated to store, preserve, and make available records of the government and other primary sources pertaining to the history and development of the Philippines. The libraries in University of the Philippines in Diliman, Quezon City have holdings that could also be useful in research. The collection the collections, particularly in the main library in Gonzales Hall, are rich in resources, especially the Filipiniana section, serials, this, and dissertations. And that's all. Thank you.